So this is a quick demonstration video of the latest features on customizefilm.com. First we're going to start a new project, give it a new title, and then we're going to load an image for it. So just choose a file, and there we go. We've got a nice little logo for our film. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is add some cast, crew, etc. I'm going to use this plus button here, add some details in. The day rate and the number of days will then calculate what that particular cast member is going to cost the production. And you can see we've got a total cost at the top bit, and we've also got a cost, a summed cost for the cast section, and you'll see that kind of add up as we go along. I'm going to race through a couple more. Okay, now I'm going to add some crew members. And for these, we're going to use base cost rather than day cost, just to demonstrate that feature. Don't quote me on these figures, they're not genuine amounts. Okay, I'm going to add a couple of locations now, very quickly. And lastly, at least for this section, we're going to add some wardrobe items for the 3 cast members. And we can now see some of the other features. We can toggle paid on and off. Once we've paid them, we can take that from the total. And obviously the total doesn't actually change, but the still to pay value will reflect the difference in what you've already paid. So ideally, you want that value to end up being 0 once the production's finished. These options here can toggle on and off completely the inclusion of each individual item or person from the costing, and that will kind of give you a way to play around with what can you maybe do without. You can toggle entire sections as well. So it's just to give you an idea of how much budget you've got to play with and what you maybe can or can't afford to do without. Oh yeah, obviously I want this to be a bit international, so I've added a few different currency symbols, even though it doesn't really matter what the value is, what the symbol is. But yeah, I think you might want to see your own country's currency symbol. So when you delete the items, you'll obviously see the totals change for that as well. They'll no longer be there, and then to bring them back, just Control-Z to undo. Now the cool bit, I think anyway, is you can export these to basically printable outputs. So click on export, and you've got this nice kind of PDF that you can print off, and it's good to have a nice view of your cost plan. But I think other sections, which I will demonstrate shortly, this feature is probably a bit more useful. So now we move on to the shot list section, which is my current favourite. Let's add a scene, give it a name, and start adding some shots into it. So we give it a description, we give it a shot type, just to kind of, inform the cinematographer what type of shot we're after, give it an estimation of how many minutes we think it might take to do that shot. Add a few more in. We can also add a break. So this is not an actual shot, it doesn't need a shot type, but it's something that will take some time. So we just add a little description in there, and then give that a duration as well. And then add a few more shots quickly. Now we're going to give it a date and time for when this scene is going to start. And when I finish adding this value in, you will notice it now gives me an end time for the scene. So it's going to take us up until that time to shoot it. You can tinker with the values and, you know, obviously see the total and the subsequent values change also. And you can move the shots up and down in different orders. I'm going to add a second scene very quickly, give it a date and time, and there we go. And you can also reorder entire scenes as well, so you can move them up and down. There we go. Assignments will be really useful very soon, but at the moment it's just a nice feature to, you can assign your cast, crew, whatever it is you've put on the first screen, you can choose items from them and assign them to scenes. Later on, when we do automated call sheet generation, that's going to be vital. And now you can export the shot list, which is probably the most useful part of this feature, because, you know, you can print these out, give them out, and everyone knows what we're doing on the day. So it's super useful. And the last section that's been developed so far is the general checklist section. So we'll have a quick look at that now. And it is exactly as it sounds, it's just a checklist. So we're adding a load of items here. We can move them up and down if we want. We can delete them, undo, do whatever. We can tick the boxes if we need to. Yeah, so we can delete and then undo that. And then we can export the list as before. And it will contain, obviously, already ticked checkboxes. You can then print that off and tick them with a pen as you go through stuff in real life. So that's pretty useful. And then we've got two other sections that are currently in development now, which is the automatic call sheet generation, which will be very useful, and automatic contract generation, which will take a lot of the headache out of small independent productions, and kind of preparing stuff for your cast and crew. And lastly, this lovely button here, if you want to donate and help me develop this a bit further or a bit faster, I would be very grateful for that. But most importantly, thank you for your time and thank you for watching this video. Please do use this application. Please do give me feedback and help me improve it, point out things that I might have missed, and together we'll make this a really, really useful application that we can all make use of. Thank you.